Whether you are new to Seint or just need a little refresher, this is going to be a great tutorial for you. I am using one brush to do my entire face and just a few products. This is a great beginner brush and an all-in-one brush. It's a 3D brush, has one pointed side and then a more flat rounded edge as well. I'm using that flat side and just starting out with my contour. Your contour is going to go on the top of your forehead. It's going to hug your cheekbone and then go right along your jawline. Same thing on the other side, forehead, cheekbone, stop right around the outer edge of your eye, and then jawline. If you want to contour your nose, I like to use my fingers for this part since the brush is a little thicker, and then whatever's left, I just kind of put underneath my lip. Now I am flipping over to the pointier end of the brush and tapping into my brightening shade. This is the lighter color that is kind of like a concealer. And I'm going to put that in the outer and inner corners of my eyes and then down the center of my face. Just make sure you're just using a very small amount of product. Tap lightly in. You can even use your finger to apply this as well. If you have excess product on the brush, you can wipe it off on a little cloth like this. And then we are going to go over to our main highlight shade, just like your foundation. This is what matches your skin tone. I'm just tapping into the color and then kind of dotting it onto my face anywhere where I don't have makeup. Make sure to bring that all the way up underneath of your eye to kind of help with any discoloration or darkness there. And you don't really have to worry too much about being perfect because we are going to blend all of this together. Now I'm going to take, again, that flat end of my brush and start to push or tap all of the makeup together. I like to start with the lighter shades in the center of my face. Push, tap, and this is how you are going to blend all of those products together. My biggest tips for you if you're just starting out are, first of all, to use a light hand. You don't need a lot of product to get really great coverage. And just to remember that practice makes perfect. So if the first time feels a little awkward in trying something new, just realize that every time you do this, it is going to get easier and easier and honestly just become second nature. So now that I'm done with my 3D foundation, I am tapping into my bronzer. If you didn't get bronzer, just skip this step, but this is what's going to give you that beautiful, warm suntan. I'm just tapping a light amount of that where the sun would naturally hit. So on my forehead, on my cheek, and then a little bit down onto my neck, just to make sure my face, my neck, and my chest all match. After you are bronzed up, we are going to move on to our blush. You can use your brush just like this, that flatter end, tap into it, and then apply the blush onto your cheekbone. You can also just apply the blush with your finger and then blend with your brush. There really is no right or wrong way, so play around, have fun, and experiment to see what you prefer. After that's all blended, I'll just use that same color on my lips. Remember, you can mix or match the colors that you got, layer them on top of each other, and find your perfect shade. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my makeup. This sponge is damp. I've gotten it wet and squeezed it out. Spray some setting spray on there and then just tap or bounce that over my entire face. I did forget to show that I actually do this at the very beginning too, to prime my face. I'm adding a little powder underneath of my eye and then in my T-zone, anywhere where you want a little extra protection or want a more matte finish is where you're going to add your powder, just tapping it and pressing it into my skin. And then finishing with my favorite step, which is illuminator, tapping that onto my cheekbone. You can see that pretty shimmer right where the light will hit my face. So anywhere high points of your face, you can add it to your Cupid's bow, the tip of your nose. You can even put it under the high part of your brow right here. I love, love, love this little finishing, very subtle shimmer. And that is it, you guys. One brush, one compact. Please reach out if I can help.